Hi friends, welcome to Pilates Nest. I'm Smriti and today we have Pilates for tight hamstring. Today's Pilates is designed to help you release tightness and tension from your hamstring so you can improve your mobility, flexibility, and move with more ease and energy every day to do your everyday activity. Let's get started. Let's start at the front edge of the mat, facing the mat forward. So stand tall with the legs hip distance apart. And just look down to make sure your heels are right underneath your hip sockets and hands resting side by side. Find the long, tall posture. From here, we're going to sway our body to the front and sway it to the back. So just warming up the body, awakening the body, anchoring your toes to find that balance point, anchoring your heels. And a couple of sway backwards and forward. Last one. And bring your heels right in the middle. So from here, anchor through those toes as if the toes are rooted onto the ground. And bringing the knee right over the heels, hips right over the knees, shoulders right over the pelvis, and neck right in the middle, head in line with your spine. Setting that beautiful posture in alignment. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out, letting the shoulders relax, letting the knees soften, making sure we're not gripping any parts of our body here. One more time. Deep breath in with fresh air and full breath out, letting go of any tension in our body. From here, imagine you're stacking your whole back against a wall behind you and peel your head off the wall, nodding the chin towards your chest and peel your shoulders. Then your upper back, middle back, lower back. As we go down, if you feel too much tension on your kneecaps or your hamstring or hips, you can bend your knees a little bit and widen your stance there if you need to as you roll down, stretching all the way down, stretching the hamstring, the glutes, and stack your spine back up, vertebra by vertebra. Lifting the pelvis up and over. And lifting the rib cage off the hips, press onto your heels and your toes to find that balance point. Stand tall, collarbone broad and open, nod the chin to chest, peel the neck, peel the shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back, letting the arms dangle with ease there. From here, cross your arm and holding on to your upper arm with your palm, you bend the knees, and straighten the legs back softly. Bending and straightening the legs back. We're stretching the hamstring and the glutes. So we are working on the supporting areas of the hamstring, right? The body is all connected. So we go through the movement for the whole body and pressing out, stretching the hamstring. You can make the range of motion smaller as well here. You don't have to look exactly like me. So find what works best for you today. And bend and straighten. Uncross your hand and stack your spine back up, vertebra by vertebra, all the way back up, lifting the rib cage off the hip. Stand tall, take a full breath in, full breath out, letting the shoulders melt down your back, and nod the chin to chest. Peel your spine up and over, press onto your heels, press onto your toes to balance. Remember, you can always bend your knees here a little bit, or keep it straight and roll down. We're going to do a couple of more bend and straightening of the knees. So bending, you can keep your arms straight or you can do that cross arm position I showed earlier. Lengthen through the tailbone. Let's do two more. Last one. From here, reach your hands onto the mat. Now, if you're not able to reach onto the mat with your hand, you can also bend your knees to help you assist and lower the pelvis down. And walk your hands out towards the middle of the mat. Reach your hips up towards the ceiling. Your spine is straight into this V position for up stretch. From here, your heels are slightly hovered off the mat. Your toes and balls of your feet are anchoring. Press on to your palm. All positions are pressing down. From here, keep reaching the tailbone out into diagonal to stretch to the glutes, the calves, and the hamstring here. If you're not feeling a stretch, you might need to walk your hands a little closer towards your feet and lengthen there. From here, we're going to go into running in place, bending one knee in towards the chest and switch and stretch. Stretching through those hamstring, shoulders are gliding down your back, Being mindful we're not gripping on the neck as we move, and stretching there, lengthening back and forward. You're doing awesome. And stretch, reach, movement that heals, movement that feels good. Last 3, 2, 1. Keep reaching the heels out, hovering the heels. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees softly and bring them out onto the ground. From here, turn around, straighten your legs forward. You can also bend your knees if you feel too much tension to straighten the legs here. Reach your arms onto the thigh or forward and roll down onto the ground for tree stretch. From here, bend the knees in towards you. Bend the right knee in towards you. Place your hands behind the right thigh and straighten the leg up towards the ceiling. Plug the thigh bone into the hip socket. Reach your toes up towards the ceiling and gently flex the foot up towards the ceiling. And bend that knee down and kick that leg up and bend and straighten. This time we're going to go ahead and keep the leg straight, flex the foot, lengthening the heels up towards the ceiling as you plug that thigh bone into the hip socket. Think two-way stretch. The heel is reaching up as the thigh bone is reaching down. You're getting that length and strength through the back of the leg. Let's go ahead and point and then flex. Flexing the foot, feeling that stretch all the way through the calves, the hamstring, the glutes, and point and flex and point and flex. Keep reaching the heels up towards the ceiling, or the top heel up towards the ceiling, and gently guide that top leg, straight leg, towards your upper body while plugging that thigh into the hip socket. So using your hand to assist, gently stretching it forward towards your upper body, staying soft and light on the shoulders and the face. Being mindful not to grip there as we stretch and lengthen through the back of the leg, releasing any tension and tightness. You can also bend your knees here as well too. If you're not able to straighten your leg, it's perfectly fine to keep that leg bent and stretch it over. So find a version that works for you today. Breathe into here. Enjoy this stretch. And then relax, relaxing the foot. Let's do one more time. So really think about anchoring through the thigh bone as you reach the heel up towards the ceiling and stretching that thigh towards the upper body. Flex the foot, reach through the heel, getting that deep stretch. Breathe in and out at your own pace, making sure we're not holding our breath or gripping our neck or our shoulders. Just take this moment to restore and heal your body. And now lower that leg down. Let's go to the other side. From here, bend the other knee in, place your hand behind the thigh and kick that leg up, straight pointing the toes. And let's go ahead and flex the foot up and lower, bending the knee up and down. From here, we're going to keep that leg up and flex the foot, reaching the heel towards the sky, lengthening through the hamstring and the calf, and point. Modification, you can bend the knee slightly like that. So find a version, like I mentioned, remember this is your time to take care of your body. So do what feels best today. Every day our body's different, and now keep the foot flexed with the heel towards the sky, plugging the thigh bone into the hip socket so we maintain that length. And then gently stretch the leg towards your upper body, using your arms to assist. Flexing the foot, shoulders relaxed, softening the gaze. Add a little smile that might make it feel a little better and lift your mood. And then relax the foot, breathe into there. And flex the foot. Keep anchoring the thigh bone into the hip socket as you lengthen your heels up towards the ceiling. Breathe and enjoy. With each movement and stretch, you're creating more ease, restoring mobility and flexibility into your body. And release. Let's do one more time. Release, and then go ahead and flex the foot, or heel to the sky, shoulders relaxed. And you can even bring your hands up a little higher if that feels better, if that's available to you. Do what you can today. Do your best today. Breathe. And then relax. Lower that leg down. Turn over sideways and come up to seated for our lunge stretch here. From here, come onto a lunge position with your right leg forward and your left leg back behind you. The heel is right underneath the knee here. And place your hands on the outsides of the foot. From here, we're gonna go ahead and straighten that back leg. Actually, we're gonna keep it bent so that kneecap is underneath the hip socket and a little further away. So let's go a little further away. We're gonna straighten that front leg back for that half split. Stretching the hamstring, holding it here. Shoulders are relaxed, and then we're gonna move back forward, mobilizing our body. Flex the foot as you stretch back and in. And lengthen. You can also flatten your back foot into flat position if that feels better for you, or keep it this way. I like to get a good stretch on my other foot as I'm doing this position. Last, we're gonna hold here and walk your hands a little closer towards the position where your shoulders are relaxed. If you're not able to reach down onto the ground, you can stack some books next to you and place your hand there. And we're gonna glide the legs side to side here, reaching deep within those muscles. And gliding side to side, loosening up any tension. And bring your body back forward. Let's take that front leg back leg forward. The knee is right, the heel is right underneath the kneecap, and back leg is slightly away from the hip socket in the back. From here, let the shoulders relax, and we're gonna straighten that front leg as we flex the foot. You can walk your hands back, or you can keep that same position. And going forward, and relax. Shoulders are gliding down your back, stretching the hamstring and the hips, the calves. It's all connected, right? So just because the hamstring is tight doesn't mean that's more of what you see, but it could be related to different things like tension in the glutes or weaknesses in the glutes. So we try to address all those parts of our body. So we have healthy, happy body. Now we're gonna keep this one back and glide the legs side to side into the hip socket. Be mindful we're not moving the pelvis too much. It's just moving the femur in the pelvis here, like lubricating our joint. Last two, last one, good. Go ahead and bring the leg back forward from here. Sit down and straighten your legs forward for spine stretch forward. So if you're having tightness or tension on your hamstring, you might not be able to sit straight with your legs crossed and arms forward. So modification is you can slightly bend your knees. If you can't get into this position either, you can also sit up on a folded up towel or on a pillow to elevate yourself up to release tension from the hamstring or the hips. So from here, I'm gonna do it with slightly bent knee today. Arms reach forward, standing or sitting tall. Nod the chin to chest and peel your spine up and over, stretching forward, and stack your spine back up. I'm gonna straighten my legs out and apart a little more. Sitting tall, nod the chin to chest, exhale, reach your spine up and over. So it's not just a lean forward, and you feel that stretch the spine as well as the back of the legs, the hamstring. Scooping the abdominals in and up, nod the chin to chest. Exhale, peel up and over, reaching forward, and stack your spine back up. One last time, exhale, reach up and over. Maybe you can straighten the legs in this one, flex the toes a little more, and stack your spine back up, vertebra by vertebra. Bring the hands down onto the ground, come onto your kneeling position. The wrist is underneath the shoulder, knee underneath the hip, going back up into our V stretch here, to your up stretch, letting your tailbone lengthen, and holding this position for 3, 2, 1, and walk the hands back towards your toes. Might need to bend your knees, that's perfectly fine. If it feels too tight here, and stack your spine back up. You might notice it's a little bit easier to roll up. Now, and stack your spine back up. Stand tall, let the shoulders relax. Close the eyes, take a big breath in, fresh air coming in, and full breath out. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. Feeling a little lighter, a little looser, perhaps a little more energetic. And gently open your eyes. Congratulations, guys. You did it. You completed the Pilates for tight hamstring. I hope you're feeling better, feeling more open and ready to move on the rest of your day with more ease and energy. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. And for more restorative Pilates, be sure to check out the resources in the description below. And I'll see you back on your mat very soon.